So what action they can do on any particular resource, and which resource means any resource which you are going to use in your future project, or resource which you are using in your as part of hands-on, any Google Cloud resource. So we have some roles. We have which we use to assign some kind of permission. Okay, so roles, when I say, there are mainly two types of roles. One is there are mainly three types of roles. So one is your basic role, another one is custom built-in role, another one is custom role. So this is the official page of the Google Cloud, where you will also get all this information. Let's go there. Yeah. So this is the official Google Cloud document for IAM. Here you can see all those information which we discussed about roles and all. And when I say identity, okay, let's understand how Google Cloud works. Okay, how the hierarchy of the Google Cloud is organized or is designed. So you can see this hierarchy process diagram. So in Google Cloud, so first will be your organization. Let's say you are working in any company, let's say TCS or UI or in any other company. So that will be your organization will come first. So inside your organization there will be many folders. Let's say there will be one folder for sales. So only the data engineer who are working on sales data, so they can use that folder. Again, there will be one folder, let's say, for marketing. So the data engineers or the data scientists or anybody who is using Google Cloud, who are working on HR data or marketing data, they can use that folder. Inside the folder we can create project. Okay, so inside the folder we can create project. So we can create multiple projects inside a folder, and then inside a project you can create resources. You can create cloud storage resources, you can create compute engine, cloud POPSOF, cloud storage. So any resource which you want, which you need to use in your project, you can create those resources inside a project. Okay, and when the billing will be done on a project, when the billing will be done, it will be done on a basis of the project. Okay, so they will do a billing to a project, specific to a project. So you will get a bill for dev project, or for a prod project you will get a separate bill. For test project you will get a separate bill. So bill will be generated for each of this project. Okay, and whatever the resources you are going to use inside that project, based on that your billing will be done, and the bill will be generated for a particular project. And in IAM, what we do the access management. So if you have assigned some kind of access to a particular person in a project, let's say the person name is A, and the person name is there is another person name as B. Okay, so to A who is working on this example prod project, we have assigned editor role. Okay, to person A. So if he has the editor role to this project, means he has the editor role to all the resources which are there on the under that project. Okay, so that is how the hierarchy works in access management. Okay, similarly, but if person B, if he has the editor role, let's say if he has the editor role in compute engine, if let's say person B is working in test project and he has the editor role in compute engine, we have not assigned him the editor role for the project. We have assigned him the role only for a particular service, let's say compute engine. Then he cannot access cloud storage. He will have the he will have the editor access only for the compute engine. But if you have assigned someone the editor role on the project level, he will have the access to he will have the same access, editor access or viewer access, whatever you have assigned on a project level. He will have the access to all the services which are under that project. Okay, so that is how a project hierarchy works. We'll do that hands-on once you have created a GCP account. I'll give you some access. You'll be also able to see like whether you are able to access it or not. Uh, yeah. Another thing is what we have discussed. Yeah. So next one is identity. Okay. So in identity means it means the users. Okay, who are going to use any kind of services in a Google Cloud. Okay, so we have different types of identity. We have Google account. We have Google Groups. Google account means all those users who are using Google Cloud services using their Gmail account. So they are known as Google Cloud Identity Group. Okay, so we all are using accessing Google Cloud services using our Gmail account. So we are using Google account. And the next one is Google Groups. So Google Groups means if you, let's say in your company, you have a small company, there are a bunch of users who are working on a particular project. So what you can do, you can create a group. Okay, you can create a group by adding all their mail IDs, all their Gmail IDs, and then you can assign a access or a permission to that particular group. So that is what Google Groups means. And in cloud identity and Google Workspace account, so these are almost similar. Cloud identity account means, so if you are accessing cloud Google services, so let's say if you are working in TCS or in any other organization, you will not access Google Cloud services using your Gmail account, right? You will have a TCS mail ID or you will have Wipro mail ID. So you will be accessing your Google Cloud services using your official mail ID. So that is what Google Cloud Identity account means. Okay. In Google Cloud, Google Workspace account. So in Google Workspace account, the only difference between Google Identity account and Google Workspace account is in Google Identity account, you will not be able to use any other Google products like the Gmail or the Google Drive. So all those Google products you will not be able to use if you are using a Google Identity account. But if you have a Google Workspace account, then you can use all those Google products. Okay, Google Sheet and Google Slides, all those products you can use. Another one is service account. So this service account is very important in most of the project which are using good GCP. You will see this service account. So why we use service account? Let's say uh, so in case of service account, it will be the account will be used by the service account. Okay, so it will be used by non-human. So it will not be so mostly it will be used by non-human services. Okay, you will not have any mail IDs or anything like that for a service account. Why use service account? This is, as I said, this is very important. Okay, in your interview. So why use? Let's say we have something in GCS. Okay, and we want to send the file from GCS to BigQuery. Okay, so in that case, we can create a service account and we can assign either editor role or viewer or admin role to that service account. Okay, so anybody, let's say I have a mail ID abc@gmail.com. Okay, So anybody, if I have the access to use this service account, I can use the service account. But access will not be provided to my mail ID directly. Access will be provided to the service account. I can use the service account if I have the access. Okay. So that is how the service account works. So you can see that its account, it will be used by non-humans. Okay. So any doubts till now? You can say either yes or no if you have any doubts.
Yes, sir.
So as I was saying, there are three types of role. One is basic role. So basic role means owner, editor, or viewer roles. If I have created a project, then I will have the owner role for that project. Okay. Then there are predefined roles. So predefined roles means the roles which are already defined. Let me show you that what are predefined role. If you go to this page and if you go to this understanding roles, you'll be able to see all those predefined roles. Okay. So let's go to Google Cloud Console itself. If I go to IAM, so this is the service. If I go to IAM, you can see there are predefined roles. You can see this is the owner role because I have created this project, I have created this account. So by default, the basic role, which is owner role, it has been assigned to me. Okay, but let's see some predefined roles or built-in roles. You can see all these are predefined roles. Okay, let's say for BigQuery, if I want for big query, big query, so I can see all these are my predefined roles for BigQuery. Okay, BigQuery admin, BigQuery data editor, BigQuery data owner, data viewer, all these are predefined roles. So if I just say BigQuery admin, if I just select BigQuery admin, you can see to this role, these are predefined role, and already some permissions are already assigned to this role. All these permissions are available assigned to this role, to this BigQuery admin role. Okay, all this get, update, delete, create, all these permissions are already assigned to this role. 104 assigned permission. So similarly, also you can see for any other service as well. If you see the let's say for Dataproc, Dataproc has all these predefined role: Dataproc admin, Dataproc editor, Dataproc viewer. So all these are predefined roles. These roles are already defined. And the other one is the custom role. So custom role means if the role is not user defined or user specified list. So in that case, you can also create custom role. I'll show you how you can create custom roles when you start some hands-on. We'll create a custom role also if we need it. Okay. And the next one is the service account, which we already discussed. So the service account, as I said, it's a non-human account. If you are using any kind of services, as I said here the example which I gave you. So here we are using GCS account to access the BigQuery account, right? So let's say here the GCS service, GCS is one service, right? And the BigQuery is another service in Google Cloud. So both the services, how they will interact. You cannot access BigQuery directly, right? If let's say if you want to edit some data or if you want to insert some data in BigQuery, you cannot do that without without some access defined, right? So for that we use this service account. Okay. So that is how in production it works. So let's say if you have a cloud composure, if you your job is you have a GCS bucket and you have BigQuery, right? You have BigQuery data sets. So you'll see like company, they will not ask you to use your company's mail ID or the personal mail ID to run these jobs, because see in the production level what will happen, it will be uh, that will be one job, right, which will be created for to do this task, right? And that job you can create either in cloud composition, right, or any other ETL tool which or ETL service which are available in Google Cloud. So when you do it using Cloud Composer, you will not use your personal mail ID to ingest some data and store it in BigQuery dataset. So in that case, what we use in production, we use the service account. Okay. So so also there are some limits, as you can see on the screen. The service account, like there are only 100 service account you can create per project, and there are 10 keys of service account, like 10 keys you can create per service account. In the next class I will do some hands-on on the IAM, but try to I wanted to do it today, but since we already ahead of time. So I'll do it in the next class. Also, please try to create a GCP account. Right, if you have the credit card, you can use it. First, go for credit card. If you don't have, then try with the Mastercard. Okay, try to create a GCP account so that you can also do the hands-on as well. Because I have already created, I can do the hands-on. I can show you. But if you don't have a GCP account, then there will be like no point, like I am just doing the hands-on and you are not practicing anything, right? So try to create the GCP account. Also, if you face any issues while doing the payment or payment verification is failed, go for the chat support option. You can chat with Google support team, and you can fill the form as I showed once. So try to create that about GCP account. That's all I had for today from my side. On the next class, I'll do the hands-on. Next class will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, same at the same time, 9 to 10. Any doubts? Anything you want to discuss?
Yeah, the basic and predefined roles are automatically given.
Basic and predefined roles are automatically given. They are already there. If you see here, I already showed you the predefined roles, right? Which are already there, already created. If you sorry, I need to put it on screen. 1 second. Where is my charger? Yeah. So basic and predefined roles are already there. You can see here roles, owner. So these are the basic roles, right? So these roles are already defined, and the permission, if you see, so for the BigQuery data storage, we saw that there are 104 permissions are already assigned to the BigQuery admin. Okay, let's see how many permissions are assigned to this owner, because owner is basic role, and owner will be having all the permission. You can see like there will be 8,000 or 5,000 assigned permissions are there for owner, right? Because this is a basic role, owner role, editor role. So all these are basic roles, right? So these are already created. You can use it if you want to add anyone, if you want to give anyone any permission. Say I want to add anyone. Let's say I have my mail ID. Let's say non GCP or 20 gmail.com. Okay, so I can I can assign any permission, it's a basic permission or any other permission. From here I can assign. Let's say I want to assign for compute engine. Uh, or let's say BigQuery or any service you can use. For BigQuery, let's say I want to assign the BigQuery admin. Okay. Also, while assigning the permission, you have this condition object. You can define the condition. Okay. So here you can schedule whether you want to give the access only for a day or hour of a day, or you can also define any resource type or the service name. So you can also expiring access. So all those conditions you can define here. So that is how we give the permission. If you have a service account, you can put the service account here directly, and you can assign a permission to the service account. Okay, you can assign this all these permissions, same permission, BigQuery admin, data editor, data owner, all these permission you can assign to the service account as well. Any other doubts?
So how can you define service account in one word is resource and identity, you mean to say?
Yeah, service account is you will create one account. Okay, so here you will have the option to create the service account. Okay. Here. So you can create a service account. So when you are doing the so when you are creating a production level project, you will not do it manually using your mail ID, right? Tomorrow, if you leave the company, and your mail ID will be deleted, right, from the system, and some services or some job which has been running in GCP, even if you leave, that job will run, right? So that's why you can. So it's not a good practice to use your personal mail ID. So that is why we have the service account. So service account, as I said, for a small example, if you have a job which is uh, 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 pulling the file from GCS bucket and putting it on BigQuery dataset. So for that job, you need to use a service account, and that service account will be associated with a mail ID. That is fine. But at the end, you need to have a service account. So you cannot give the access to the mail ID directly. You will give the access to the service account. Okay.